What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Old Volks TV. Big show today. Big show. We are finishing up this Kiki bus. This is gonna be it, I think, for now. I need this bus out of here. Kiki wants to drive it. I need the space. I got engines to build. I got cars to put together. This is it. Today's the day. I got 3 big pieces left. I got the 2 floor pieces. I got that big old body piece that came in. It's on. We're gonna get it done. I got the patch panel put in along the side here, along the edge. It's not the most beautiful thing, but it is pretty strong. I went ahead and made it out of 1/8 inch thick, I think, or 5/32 steel, just to make it a little bit stronger. It's a little structural there, because it's what's tying the bulkhead into the floor, and I just didn't think thin sheet metal added on was going to do it. So it's a little thicker than it needs to be, but we'll just adjust the floor panels to make up for that thickness. We'll just trim a little bit off. It'll be no problem. It is super strong down there, and I primered it with the same, automotive primer, a couple of good heavy coats, and then shot the black epoxy over the top of that, just to protect it. I only ground off the spots that I needed to grind off to make the welds work, so everything underneath should still be protected as well. And then we'll come and hit the edges with a little seam sealer, just to seal up the bits that I didn't get welded into. So it'll be good, watertight, airtight, nice, solid, strong, perfect, beautiful. It's nice. So the next thing we got to do is these big giant floor panels. I got a little bit ahead of myself and I started trimming them to fit, just because we're burning daylight. I only got about a half a day to work on this thing, so trimmed a little bit, but I'll show you how I did. I got a little bit of trimming left, so I can kind of show you how it goes, but you don't need to sit there and watch me trim the panels for 3 hours. Getting around this heater log is kind of a pain in the butt. You got to kind of get underneath it, and he's missing the main log, if you see here, that goes up to the front. And we didn't want to render this bus without heat, so we're just going to leave that, slip this thing underneath it. What this will do is it makes us have to adjust the floors a little more to get them in there, and kind of bend them and fold them and slide them in there. But it's okay. I got a little bit of it trimmed. I'll show you how to trim them on this other one that you can't see that's right there. And it'll be good enough. You'll get the idea. You don't need to watch me trim for 4 hours to get these floors to fit. So we'll get them in there, and then we'll get to that big body panel, and then we'll say adios Kiki bus. Let's go. Alright, that floor is in. Doesn't look too pretty now, but we're going to grind those welds down, put some seam sealer on the edges, and that's going to be nice. We're going to put this other one in this side, drill a bunch more holes, throw a bunch more weld down, and then we'll have a complete floor. So it's going to be pretty good. It's tough now because Kiki's here watching, so it's his bus, and now I have to do a really good job because he's looking at me. So we're going to wrestle this one in there. I'll do it in regular time. You can see what a pain in the butt it is. Everything is pre-bent and pre-cut and pre-trimmed. Including me pre-cut. it is. That's why you trim it. That's why you take your time to get it in there and get it right. Because now everything, our door pin catch lines up, our fender wells line up, the little heater bump lines up, lays right on top of that other one. It's perfect. So there you go. I'm gonna start drilling and start welding and get this thing burned in. Here's the panel. We got to do a little bit of work to the body, or body work to it. There was a dent right here that we knocked out. We got a bent corner here that we need to straighten up a little bit. You know, and then we got to cut this out and fit it in there and get it all good. So let's just jump into it and get it done. Let's go. There it is. It's all clamped in place at the bottom. It's wedged into the support at the top. It fits pretty good. We can't really go by this rocker or this dog leg because this dog leg is pretty well screwed. He is going to get those done next when we do the floor. But we got a good body line here, and then once we get this done, we'll weld that back where it belongs in there. You can see next to my horrible cut, we notched it. There, you can see it good there. So I notched it with that little wish.com notcher. Don't buy it, it's garbage. It took forever. That's why I didn't record it, because it was like an hour of trying to get notches on there, but it's tucked in behind. And that's supposed to give you somewhere to put the weld. So you push it and you weld it in there, and then when you grind it and you bond to it, you don't have a bump. We're gonna see. This thing's got so much freaking Bondo on it. It's a driver. It's not gonna be a show queen. So we'll just push that in there, and then we'll jump inside and we'll weld that support to the panel as well from the inside. It'll be nice and strong. So let's fire up the welder and start welding. Alright, there we go. It's stitched up. I still got quite a bit more to do. But it's at least in there in one piece now. You gotta fill in all the little gaps all the way down. So it looks like this. Well, yours would probably look better. I'm not a very good welder, but I'm a good grinder. So we're gonna grind that down and you won't even be able to tell. Then we'll go inside, and where those supports are that run down, we'll weld that to this piece as well. And then it should be super strong. We get the bus flipped around and we will weld the inside. Let's go. All right, now we're inside. And this time I remembered to push record on the camera. We had to make a little patch for the bottom here in the wheel well. It was a little bit rusty and there was just a little bit too much room between the panel and the wheel well to get them to weld together. So just made a little patch. Just keep some of this sheet metal around for making, you know, various patches. I've had to do a couple where the floor pan fell short or where the body was rusty where they meet. And there's a pretty good size one over here over the where the heater tube goes, because it just wouldn't fit, so I had to trim around it and just make a patch. It'll all be under the seat. This isn't ever going to be a super show bus anyway, so we'll just, you know, whatever. It's solid. All we got left to do now is just to weld these supports to the new panel, and then we'll hit the floor with a little seam sealer. We've done the rest of the floor already, and then we painted over it just to make triple sure that water can't get in or out, and then filled in all the little holes in the floor. So really just weld those up, hit them with a little black epoxy seam sealer. Adios. Let's do it real quick because it's getting hot already. This is like the 9th day of this recording. It's like the 17th day in a row of over 100 degrees. So yeah, let's get to welding. Folks, that's it. Floors are in, body panels are on, frame is solid. It's basically watertight from here down. I just gave it a rinse and you know, the holes in the roof and everything, let all the water in. But that's okay because everything is epoxied in there. So even if it does get water on it, it's not going to hurt it as long as it gets a chance to dry out. We're going to get to the rest of the fixing everything later, but you could see in here, you know, the floor came out pretty nice. You know, it's not perfect, but the bus is twisted and pieces didn't fit right. You know, we did the best we could, and it's not bad. It's solid. You can get in there and jump around. It's good. You know, we patched the side. We made patches for the front over here. That's all good. These doors that didn't used to close, now they close. The gap's not perfect, but somebody patched the bottom of the doors and they're uneven length. So that's why the gaps are bad, because the patches were bad previously. But we'll get to those on a different day. You know, we did this little panel here. And then I welded it up and I threw a little bit of Bondo on there just to make it look nice. I'm not a body guy, so it's wavy like the ocean. But, you know, that's totally fine with me. It's not my bus, right? And then on this side, You know, we got that whole long panel on. And then again, I did some terrible Bondo work, so it's nice and wavy. Kind of matches the rest of the bus though, you know, a little wavy. I think Kiki's gonna find this color, green, and he's gonna try to get it painted or spray painted, you know, the proper color to sort of match. There we go. He's gonna try to find this green and match it, so we'll see. This took way longer than it should have taken. I think we were like 2 months, 3 months into this project, which should have gone a lot quicker, but I'm only doing it like 1 day a week on the weekends, spending a little time, and I took off for a week, so you know, it is what it is. But he can have it back today. He's gonna come get it, and we'll see how smiley he is when he sees it and we can actually drive it. So I can finally relax. I can get to build my EFI motor that I've been trying to build forever. So that's the next thing on my list. And now that I got an empty garage, I'm gonna get to it. So come back for that one. Hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell for me so you don't miss those videos. Check out our back videos. We got 73 videos back there for you to enjoy. And tell a friend. Thanks for watching. So what do you think?
It's all done. It's amazing. You look great. Can't believe it myself.
You're gonna be warm and you're gonna be dry.
And it's not gonna be that noisy either.
You're gonna be nice and quiet. There you go.
Nice and quiet.
Happy customer.
Yes, he did a good job. Thank you, Jason.